What is up, everybody? It's your boy Doody, back again with another video. And that's right, folks, another huge YouTuber has come out and decided to throw their hat in the ring and call out DSP for his scummy, disgusting behavior. That's right, AugustTheDuck. Oh my lord, if you don't know who AugustTheDuck is, he got about 2 million subs. Pretty big YouTuber. His videos clock over 1 million views every time he posts something. He's called out Phil on occasion. He's very similar to like a turkey tom, and every so often he'll come out of the woodwork and take our boy to task. And he decided to do that. That's right. He just came out with a video a couple hours ago, and it already has like 48,000 views. It's been out literally, I think, 2 hours, and it has 48,000 views, and of course making the round. So Doody wanted to talk about it. It's about 11 minutes long. Now, the content of this video is, of course, Phil being very disgusting to one of his viewers who supported him from Nigeria, where the tip was, or the super chat was 27 cents, and then he dropped a membership and he essentially mocked them. You heard Doody made a video about it and thought it was very disgusting. So he thought that this was extremely scummy on Phil's part, and he takes him to the woodshed and spanks our boy Phil. Now, we know Phil gets upset anytime a big content creator punches down, so you know he's not going to be happy once he sees this video. So I'm going to play it. I'm going to do some commentary over it, and then I'm going to I'll attach the video in the comment section or at the end of this video so that you guys can see it. So let's check it out.
We got a Nigerian super chat. Let's take a look here. Nigerian super chat is only 27 cents. So I don't even count it. It doesn't even register on the Richter scale for me. So that's just a waste of time. Oh, now we got a Nigerian gifted membership. Are you kidding me? What is that worth? Like 2 cents? Are you kidding me? A Nigerian membership? Come on. That doesn't count. It doesn't count.
Well, guys, we're back. The man we're talking about today, the last time I made a video on him, I genuinely, truly believe that would be the last time I ever spoke the man's name, even had to hear about him. And still, even as I'm talking about it right now, I can't believe that that's not the case. I can't believe we're back. If by the thumbnail and the title, you don't know who I'm talking about yet, you poor motherfucker, I'm really sorry to do this to you. Genuinely. Wish I could go back in time and slap the bastard who introduced me to this man, and you're probably gonna wish the same on me, so apologies in advance. Yeah, we're talking about Darkside Phil again. Now, unfortunately for us, we've talked about Darkside Phil a couple of times on this channel, always for the same thing, and well, it's the same thing we're talking about today. Now, if you don't...
Well, the first thing I want to point out is shout out to Raw Phil. As you can see, this is clearly a clip taken from Raw Phil's stream or one of the detractors. So the one thing that AugustTheDuck didn't do was give Raw Phil or any of the detractors credit for this clip, so I wanted to do that. So shout out to Raw Phil for his streams and making it available to detractors and everyone else to see who exactly Pig Roach is.
Don't know who Darkside Phil is, aka DSP Gaming. Really, all you need to know is that he's a washed-up streamer who used to kind of be successful on YouTube. He was one of the early adopters of the whole Let's Play format, used to actually pull in pretty good views, but as YouTube often goes, trends change, things get more modern, people get left behind. And Phil got left behind. However, as you might understand, Phil did not really want to leave behind the life that he had created for himself through YouTube, playing video games for money, and instead of, maybe modernizing the content, trying to put out stuff more like what most people are watching these days, Phil took a different path. Instead of changing anything about his content, Mr. DSP Gaming came to the obvious conclusion that he is perfect, his content is perfect, nothing needs to be changed there. What he needs to start doing is berating and verbally assaulting the very, very, very small audience that he has left, constantly begging them for money and then complaining like a child when they don't give him enough of it. And as sad and pathetic as it is, that is genuinely all this 42-year-old man is known for anymore. He's basically just a lol cow these days, has been for a long time actually, with what seems to be like half his audience just watching him to make fun of him, and the other half having some like weird Stockholm Syndrome-esque type relationship with him, because for some reason, even though this guy is like a top 10 most insufferable human on the planet, there's a non-insignificant amount of people out there who give this guy money regularly. However, even when people are doing just that after he begs and begs and begs and begs for it, sometimes for Phil, it's still not enough. And just as was the case twice before in the past, that is exactly why we're here today. Recently, on stream, Darkside Phil pretty mercilessly mocked one of his viewers for donating in Nigerian Naira because Phil deemed the converted amount to not be enough, even though the donation amount was a pretty significant chunk of change when you take into context the local economy. Not that that should really even matter, because when your job is to beg on the internet, you should be kind of grateful for anything anybody decides to give to you. However, if you know Phil, if you've ever seen any of his streams, you would know how laughable asking that of him would be. However, I've been yapping for like 3 minutes. Genuine apology. I'm just going to show you the clips. Please subscribe.
All right, so real quick, I'll level set. You guys know if you watch my content, we talked about this, we posted it. This is the issue with a gentleman from Nigeria who, as we know, the exchange rate and the money that they make is very low. But again, August the Duck is correct. It doesn't matter whether someone gives you a penny or whether they give you $1,000. You should be grateful, especially Phil, being that he is an e-beggar. And that's what just set August the Duck off. It made him make this video. And it should make other content creators upset as well. If you're a content creator and you make a living off of YouTube, people like Phil should be called out and taken to task, because he gives every other content creator a bad name. Because people just assume that everyone is like this scumbag when they watch him. So let's keep going.
We got to hit 50 goals, right? Right now we're at 42. We get another goal tonight, we'll be at 43, and then we get closer and closer. So I figure the earliest we can do this is Sunday. Like, if let's say we hit a goal tonight, 2 tomorrow, 2 Friday, right? Then we'd be so close that maybe we could even do it on Sunday. Because remember, Saturday's my day off. If we get extra goals, we might do it, we might get it going. But we'll see how it goes tonight. Please support the stream tonight if you can. I appreciate everyone who does.
Alright, so I thought it'd be fun to just include that little starting bit there. Yeah, this guy is a streamer who holds his shitty content hostage behind donations. The guy wants money, yet he won't even do like the bare minimum that a streamer is expected to do to get donations. He genuinely is like, I'm not gonna play video games for you guys until you give me enough money, okay? So, chomp chomp. I find it really funny though how he says that he appreciates anybody who donates. He would eat those words if he had any self-awareness, but,
I thank you in advance for anything. Any contributions appreciated. Super chats, memberships, subs, tips, all great, all right? Let's get our first contribution in right now. Let's get it started, all right?
All right, so we'll jump to the good stuff now, but I just wanted to show this, unless you've never seen this guy. Like, I'm really not exaggerating. This is all that his streams are. Yeah, he plays some games occasionally, but literally, all he does is beg. Who is watching this guy? I have no fucking clue. Like, I get it if you're watching him to laugh at him, that's one thing, but the people who are actually giving this guy money, I don't know. That's crazy work.
All right, let's get our first
Well, I believe August the Duck watches the tractor content. So if you're watching me, it's about 5 to 10 dense, super major regarded individuals that support this guy. He has about 2 or 3 whales that make up about 80 to 90% of his income. And the rest of the chat probably just watches him just to mock him. So if you're curious, that's the information.
contribution in. As small or as big as it can be, let's get one in and then we'll begin with the game. Let's get one thing going to get momentum started. Who's going to be the very first person to hit the leaderboard tonight? You know what they say. When it comes to contributions, strike first and strike hard. There you go. No mercy. No limits. No mercy and no limits. That's right.
All right, I'm going to stop making promises because I just have to show you guys the sadness that is this man. Like, look, brother, I get it. Being a YouTuber is a pretty fucking sweet gig. The day I have to go back to working a real job, it's going to be bad for me, okay? But I mean, like, come on, man. You're not even trying. Like, obviously, you still have somewhat of a community. People are giving you money for some reason. Just be a normal content creator and you'd probably be better off than doing this.
We got a Nigerian super chat. Let's take a look here.
All right, fun little game for you guys. What do you think he's taking a look at here? A, the name of the person who kindly donated him money. B, the message that the person sent who donated their hard-earned money to this man. Or C, the conversion rate of Nigerian Naira to USD. Take a guess.
I'm going to say C, the conversion rate, because that's all Phil cares about. He cares about money. And yeah, so I'm going to say C.
Yes.
So your 400 Nigerian super chat is only 27 cents. So I don't even count it. It doesn't even register on the Richter scale for me. So that's just a waste of time.
All right, so obviously there's a lot wrong with what this fucking weasel just said. For a person to be inclined to donate to a guy like you, Phil, and say something as nice as let's get some support for the marathon, for you to say it means nothing, it doesn't count for anything, that's fucking insane. Secondly, while 27 cents might not be a lot of money in America, 400 Naira in Nigeria is not an insignificant amount of money. I've been doing some research and the numbers are kind of all over the place, but I read like a dozen Reddit threads and it seems like the average monthly salary in Nigeria is like $10 to $20, which if we split it down the middle, say 15, that's about 23,000 Naira, which means if you're taking home about 23,000 Naira a month and you donate 400 to somebody, that's like 2% of your monthly income that you just handed off to some fucking loser. That's pretty significant. I mean, if we extrapolate that to the United States, where I think the average full-time salary is like 62 grand or something, if you donated 2% of your monthly income, that's a donation of over $100. Now, I use the Reddit numbers because all the other sources were all over the place, but even if the average salary is actually double or even triple that, that's still a significant donation. Not that it should matter at all. You should appreciate the support of somebody no matter how much it financially benefits you. But for Phil to be like, oh, that's useless, that's nothing, when that very well could have been that guy's like entire day's pay, what a fucking loser.
No, Nigerian contributions are welcome. They just have to be like $1 or more. I don't shout out anything under $1. at all. That's a waste of time.
What went wrong in this man's life? Like, genuinely. To call somebody giving you money for sitting on your ass being one of the least entertaining people I have ever personally witnessed in my entire life a waste of time? I don't think I've ever seen a less self-aware human in my entire life.
Yeah, that's 100% correct. You're right. He is not self-aware, but most of all, he is a greedy scumbag and doesn't care. He's entitled. He's a narcissist. He was an only child, so he was probably spoiled. Yeah, many things went wrong in this guy's life. And he's 42 years old, and he refuses to do any sort of self-reflection on his life. He just keeps doing this because he feels entitled. And look at this smug face on him. It just says 1,000 words. I mean, like, look at him. You know, man is an e-beggar and thinks that 27 cents is beneath him.
I mean, my brother in Christ, you are 42 years old. You're about halfway there, my friend. About 50% through this campaign, if you're lucky. And this is what you're doing? Spending your days whining on the internet because people aren't giving you enough money for doing nothing? I mean, holy shit, I'm being honest. I can't imagine a sadder existence. I'm sorry. It's not even really meant to be mean. I'm just being objective. I don't think it gets sadder than that.
Oh, that's right. You guys want me to do the pose? Oh, I forgot all about this. People want me to do it. Are you ready? So, all right, how about this? Let's get one contribution of each type. Let's get one super chat, one membership, and one sub right now. Right now.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I'm starting to understand why people might watch this guy. Like, not the half that gives him money, the other half, because my goodness, does it make you feel good about yourself. You guys ever seen Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs? You know the guy who does like the baby pose and he thinks it's cute and he can't understand that everybody around him is laughing at him, not with him, and they just think he looks stupid? Yeah. Life imitates art.
Nigerian currency is called Nairas. I don't care. They're not worth much. So, oh, now we got a Nigerian gifted membership. Are you kidding me? What is that worth? Like 2 cents? Are you kidding me? A Nigerian membership? Come on. A Nigerian membership. Wow. That doesn't count. It doesn't count. It doesn't. I'm sorry.
Okay, I can't watch any more of this shit. It's just next level shit here, guys. Every time I watch this guy, every time I make a video on him, I just feel myself like getting angrier with him as a human. I can understand how a person like this exists. Okay, Phil existing as a human.
You should get angry, and it is your duty, AugustTheDuck, to make more videos like this, because I'm a detractor. I have 27,000 people that, you know, subs, and I get about 1.5 million views, and I'm a DSP detractor. You carry a lot of weight. You have more sway in other communities than I do. So being that you are a content creator, and Phil sadly represents content creators, you should be calling him out. You should be pointing him out and ostracizing him, and you should make him feel like crap. You should make him feel like he needs to self-reflect. Now, I don't know if you know this or not, but Moist Critical a couple years back called him out for the very same bullshit. And being that it was Moist Critical and he had a huge voice, Phil needed to react and try to modify his behavior. And that lasted, you know, for a couple weeks, and then he reverted to the scumbag he is. But again, I think if people continue, content creators like yourself, like Keemstar, people that have huge followings, they keep calling him out for this bullshit, he will have to modify his behavior. I can't do it. I'm too small of a channel to have any sway. But someone like you does have the audience and the power to do something.
It doesn't really surprise me. What baffles me, though, what really blows my dick off, is that there are people out there who genuinely support this guy. They really send him real-life dollars. Or Naira. Why? Like, what? Why are you doing this? I am begging you, stop supporting this man. He's 42 years old. He's a big boy. He can take care of himself in a way that is not begging for money from strangers on the internet. I think...
No, right, and that right there, I completely disagree. He can't take care of himself. He's a man-child. This man is an e-beggar. He relies on the generosities of strangers just to fuel all of his addictions. His gin addiction, his gambling addiction, his spending addiction. No, he cannot literally take care of himself. This is a man who filed for bankruptcy because he racked up 13 credit cards, maxed out 13 credit cards, had over almost $500,000 in debt, abandoned a condominium because he couldn't sell it or whatever, ended up having to pay back nearly $20,000 in HOA fees, failed to pay his taxes properly, and ended up getting audited and slapped with fines and penalties and currently still trying to pay that back. So no, this man can't take care of himself. He's not a big boy. He's a man child. But again, that's not our problem. And again, I ask you, August, and content creators like you, to keep putting your foot on his neck and don't let go. Force him to change. Anyway, that's the video. I thought it was great. I'm going to link it in the comment section if you want to go watch it, but pretty much we covered it. It's about to end with a little soliloquy from our boy August. So shout out to August and big ups to Rawphil for the content that August the Duck used for this hit piece. Anyway, peace out.